I must confess I tend to be a bit cynical when it comes to miracle stories. It's probably the influence of my highly Lithuanian background. My grandfather, Oliver Sholem, couldn't stand sweet gefilte fish. Ach, Polish, he would exclaim. Apparently he used to put salt on his cornflakes. In my mind, the impact of a second-hand story of hashgacha pratit, of divine supervision and near miraculous intervention, tends to weaken in direct proportion to the number of hands that it's been through. The following story, however, is only third hand. I heard it from my daughter, who heard it from the person to whom it happened. A well-known Israeli Jewish outreach personality, who we'll call Avi, was visiting the Negev in the south of Israel on a Thursday. He stopped by a friend to have lunch and they had Quinona salad. Now, Avi had never had Quinona in his life. Quinona is a gluten-free, high-protein plant food, one of the few that contain all 9 essential amino acids. It's also high in fiber, magnesium, B vitamins, iron, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, vitamin E, and various beneficial antioxidants. But what really attracted Avi to Quinona was its taste. He loved it. That night, back in Tel Aviv, he said to his wife, "Let's make Quinona for Shabbos. Let's make the whole thing a Quinona Shabbos. Let's go to town." So Friday night arrived, and as was normal, Avi had invited some young boys and girls from the local army base to come for Shabbat with an Orthodox family, together an authentic Shabbos experience. Now, one of the young girls came to the Shabbat table and her jaw dropped. "Quinona," she gasped. Avi said, "I'm sorry if you don't like Quinona, we've got quite a lot of it tonight." She said, "When you invited me for Shabbat, I forgot to tell you that I'm on a special diet. I only eat Quinona. On the way over here, I thought to myself, I'm going to have to sit there and eat nothing. So I said, God, if you really exist, make it that there will be some Quinona there tonight." As far as I know, this is a true story, but then why shouldn't it be? They say that anyone who believes every Rebbe Shamaisa, a miraculous story about a Hasidic Rebbe, is gullible, and anyone who says they're all rubbish is a heretic. In this week's Torah portion, Vayishlach, it says, Yaakov became very frightened and it distressed him. The Midrash says that Yaakov, Jacob, was distressed, that the prospect of confronting Esau, frightened him. For such fear indicated a lack of trust in God's promises to him. If Jacob could find himself lacking when it came to trust in God, how much the more can our trust in miracles become a little rusty? But let us not forget that we're surrounded by miracles, and sometimes God gives us just a little bit more than a glimpse of them.